Very good morning, children. Hope all are safe. Okay, so let us continue the same lesson, that is some natural phenomenon. So last class, I explained how the lightning occurs. Once again I'll give an explanation. It's during the thunderstorm, the clouds will vigorously start moving. When the clouds start moving, the charges, all the positive charges will go settle in the upper border of the cloud, and the negative charges will get separated. All the positive charge will get separated and will go to the top of the cloud, and the negative charge will get accumulated in the bottom of the, in the border, the down border of the cloud. And here also it is already, the charges will be there, positive and negative. So when it will be moving vigorously, there will be a clash. There will be a clash between all the, like suppose they are the cloud. When it is moving, this plus and minus, the opposite charges will get a clash, and there a streak of, when it will be so fast, it will be so heavy, means there will be immediately a streak means a line of light will be produced. That is only lightning with the great, a huge noise, that is called storm, thunder. Okay, so this is how the lightning occurs. So what we are going to learn, the main intention of, the theme of this lesson is, if at all, say, suppose we know if it is rainy, we know which all the month is the rainy season. So we take precautionary measurements. Though we know it may rain in the evening. Now the weather department, they'll give intimation as that this day it is going to rain, that particular either in the afternoon or in the evening. So what we do, for the safety measure, we take an umbrella with us, and we see that, or we go by car. If at all we got a car, not a problem. Or else we see that umbrella we'll take an umbrella. If at all it rains also, if at all we are going out, we take an umbrella and see if at all suddenly it comes, the rain falls. So we protect ourselves. What happens if at all we get drenched in the rain? We get definitely fever, we get the cold. So again we have to go to a doctor, take the medicine. So much so it's again it makes our body weak. So we have to take these precautions before we could leave the house, so that we can be protected from the rain. It is all simple natural phenomena. The rain, the sunlight. No, it's going to be summer. That is from the month of March till June. It will be very hot. So what the government has has decided to give us summer holidays, so that let the children be safe inside the house. House means will be under the shelter, so sunlight will not fall, which will not be affected. The light will not be affected to us. So this all the precautions we take. This is all very simple. The major natural phenomena is lightning. Lightning, it is a sudden. If it is very cloud, we know that it may rain. It may rain. Nowadays, weather forecasting people will tell. They give in a paper or in the newspaper. They intimate us. Okay, tomorrow it's going to particular time. It may rain heavily. So we'll be aware of it, and we'll see that if we know, if it is a heavy rain, there'll be thunder and lightning. So what we do, we see that before the rain could start, we go to a safety place, that either we will come back to our house or will be in the safer place, that is in the office, where the shelter will be there. Shelter means the house where the four walls, the roof will be there, they will be protected, right? But if at all, we cannot predict all the time, because sometimes the forecast weather people also know they are not the gods. They, with some machineries, they may they may imagine, okay, at this time it may rain, but this is a natural. It may rain bit early also, or it may rain after that. So we're thinking that we cannot stay in the house only. We have to survive now. So we have to go out. While going out, suddenly what we are going to learn is what the precautions can be taken if it is a lightning or thunder occurs. So for that, here they have given few safety measures that we have to follow. Nowadays in city and all, usually, because already there'll be a building, so many, nearby buildings and trees and all, not very tall trees also, to the maximum level, to the height, the trees will be there, which will protect us as a whole. But the place where very tall buildings are there, very tall trees are there and all, some safety should be taken. In an open space, there's some safety. See, why we have to take a safety? Because when the lightning occurs, there will be a discharge of electrons. There will be a discharge. Discharge means these electrons, the positive, negative, once they get clashed, immediately the charge will get discharged. Okay. So, and once it get discharged, it may fall on us. It may, which is tallest means it will be nearby to sky. So it will be affected. What happens if at all the lightning falls on the tallest building? It is so, the lightning is so strong, means it may produce 100 million volts of light. Not less, children, 100 millions. Just imagine how much strong it will be. 100 millions volt of light it may produce. Along, of course, light is nothing but a form of heat. So when there is a light, such a strong light, the surrounding area, the air will be, immediately it will be heated up. So what happens? Immediately, if such a strong light falls on a building, immediately there will be a crack in the building, because along with the heat, what happens? The building will not be sustain such a strong light. So immediately there will be a crack. So what happens? So that's why to the building, a very tall building, particularly in cities, there will be a huge tall building. What happens if there's a crack in the building? It is a loss. The building will fall, and whatever of the people, whoever are there inside the building, and whatever the costly materials will be there, the whole building will fall down, means everything is lost. So instead, avoiding, what they do is they fix a iron rod during the construction only. They do fix a tallest, which will be tallest. The topmost will be there, the roof of the topmost. If it is a very big, tall building, there will be a water tank, okay, over tank. Okay, below that, it will be higher than this. A rod will be fixed, a long rod from here till the earth. We know, the charge, where it gets, the other day also we told, when the metallic foil is touched, what happens? The electrons will transfer in our body, and immediately it will go to earth. So earth is also a good conductor, and immediately it will get discharged from the conductor. So what happens when the lightning occurs? Immediately, since it is a metal rod, immediately it catches the heat or the electrons. Immediately it will transfer to the earth. So this building is safe. Understood? See, when the lightning occurs, immediately, since compared to this brick and if the wall is constructed with the cement and all, so before the cement could catch the heat, what happens? The metal, which is higher than this, the top of the roof, will catch immediately the lightning, the electrons from the lightning, and it will immediately, it will leave the electrons to the earth. So then the building is safe. Okay. So like this is called lightning conductor. It will be installed in almost all the buildings, the tall buildings, not the houses like where we stay, even the building of your school, it is got, but very tall, very huge tall buildings, like if you go to MG Road and all, very tall buildings. You've seen in Dubai also, Dubai, Singapore, if you see, you would have noticed in the TV and the cinemas, very huge tall buildings, they usually install like this lightning conductor, okay, to protect the building. So these all the safety measures can be, of course, we cannot avoid, we cannot go and stop the lightning. The human being, last class only I said, we don't have that power. God is not, it is only the God who has got that power, who can conduct all these phenomena. But human beings doesn't have this power at all to stop the natural phenomena. Okay, so this is a lightning conductor. And if at all we are outside, so just now I said, if it in the city, it will not be that lightning, so strong lightning also. If at all we are outside, if it's not that we all the people stay in the city only. There are people who works in a open land, like if you go to mining place, it is all open land, no shelter will be there. And if you take the farmers, if they will be working in an open field, very open, very huge field. So if at all lighting occurs, what the people, because there will be no shelter at all, there will be no buildings at all. What those people can do? They have to immediately, if at all they find, once the lighting is found, what they have to do? They have to squat. Squat means just to fold the legs, okay, not like this, just to bend the legs and keep the hands on the knees and just bend. How much ever possible, make yourself the small, make it our body to make it small, not lying down. If at all we are standing, means the whole part, vertically, the whole part we are covering. If at all we sleep also, we horizontally, the major parts will be covering. But when we squat, immediately, what happens? Little place will be, there is a chance of getting less lightning. The lightning electrons will fall on us. Okay, so this can be done. And one more, if at all we are inside the house, the people who are staying outside also, if there is an open land, immediately we are not supposed to stand under the trees or the huge buildings. As I said, huge building, it's dangerous. Sometimes in some few buildings, no, there'll be no lightning conductor. So that time there's a chance of electrons passing in the building. What happens immediately? There's a chance of falling of the building. So when we stand near the building, no, what happens? Immediately we will be hurt. We may die. So even tall buildings, tall trees. You know, tall trees means coconut trees. What happens? We all know tree is a wood. It is not a good conductor of electricity. But what happens if at all it is not a conductor? Why shouldn't we stand on the? You may ask why we shouldn't stand near the tree. What happens since what is that? The tree is a bad conductor of electricity. When the electron falls on the leaves, tips of the tree, you know what happens? Immediately it will jump because it is not a good conductor of electricity. So when we stand, you know, nearby, the electrons will fall on us. And sometimes what happens when the leaves are dry, you know, immediately that spark, when the lightning occurs, a small spark also falls on the leaves. What happens? Immediately the fire will get scared, and the trees, it is so strong. Immediately the tree will start burning. So this is all. So when we are standing, immediately we also may catch the fire. So this all the dangerous thing when during lightning occurs. So what happens? We have to safeguard ourselves. But whenever there's a lightning, we are not supposed to stand near the tree or near the tall building. We have to squat wherever there is a short tree, no, the medium tree. There we have to stand there, or we just have to squat ourselves inside the house. Okay, this is all we have taken safety measurement during the outside. Okay, if at all we are inside, you may think that okay, we are inside the house, nothing will happen. Inside the house, what is there? Example, main thing is the electronic items. It's all conductor of electricity. Electricity is another electrons or charger. Okay, what happens? So when lightning occurs, now what happens? There's a chance of catching the charges through the electronic. What happens? The devices, suddenly there'll be a spark in the switchboard. So what we are supposed to take means, what the precautions we have to take is immediately unplug the device, all the machinery, that is the TV. But usually, as I said, it won't be that strong. We have to unplug the switches of the TV, the washing machine, or whichever huge electronic items, and stop using the landline phones, because it is connected again to the it is connected to the wall. So we have to use the mobile phone, which is cardless. Cardless means without wire. We use the phones, that is cardless phone, or the mobile phone can be used. And we have to maximum of all the lights. With one light, we have to sit at home. Okay, off everything. The TV unplug means automatically it get off. The refrigerator, everything should be off. And till it will not last for the whole day. The maximum half an hour or 1 hour it will be there. After that, we can reuse the things. Okay, these are the safety measurement to be taken inside the house and outside the house. Okay, this all is over, children. Now regarding the lightning, the major problem now one more, a very, very dangerous phenomena where it occurs is the earthquake. Earthquake, you know, what is an earthquake is? So let us learn about earthquake. Earthquake means, now what we are going to learn is when there is an earthquake here in our Bangalore city and all, very less times the earthquakes. Earthquake means it's a shake. Okay, earth shakes. Not very large. Shake means it won't shake so much. If it is shakes, nobody will survive. A light shake. Okay, earthquake means it's a light shake. We have noticed many a time. See, this earthquake is happening all the time. But it will not be noticed. But sometimes it majorly occurs. That time we feel what happens. Whenever there is an earthquake, there's a chance of falling of the building, and people who are inside the building, they all will die because all the walls and the roof will fall on us, and so many there'll be a major loss. How this earthquake occurs? Well, let us know how this earthquake occurs. We all know, children, Earth is it is in a almost kind round oval shape, right? You all know. We may think, okay, there's a single, it's a single, what is called, it's called it is a single roof, plain kind, covered the earth. But no, children, see, there is how the structure is means, earth structure. structure of the earth. How this earth is structured means, see, it has got so many layers. So this innermost is called inner core. Then next it is called outer core. And this is mantle. And the outermost is called the layer crust. Okay, we may think, okay, it's earth is one layer, the topmost, the top part. Oh, it's almost like one layer of the mud, the sand, like that. No, children, actually, earth is fragmented. The topmost layer, that is the crust, is fragmented. Fragmented means it is divided. Are you getting? See, this topmost will think it's only one layer. No, actually it's not one layer, it is fragmented. Fragmented means it is divided. Each fragment is called as plate. What? So it is divided into many plates. Okay, and see, it is divided into many plates, like a huge, very huge plates. What happens? Okay, if it was divided, what causes the earthquake? Okay, so what causes the earthquake? See, when this plate, no, it is not, we know, see, we are all standing, we are all sitting. We feel, okay, nothing is moving, we are all safe. But we are, as per, actually, we are all moving. This earth is revolving around the sun, right? So there is a light movement, vigorous movement only, but we don't feel. But when that movement is occurring, no, these plates also continuously moving, okay? This fragmented plates, no, it will be continuously moving like this. In sometimes what happens, when continuous movement, this one plate goes under the another plate. So when there is when one plate goes beneath the other plate, no, there will be a disturbance, okay? So that disturbance causes the earthquake. See, when there is a plate, see, plates are, you just imagine, plate means it's not the food we eat the plate, no, lunch and dinner, not that kind of plate. It's a huge, earth is itself very huge planet, okay? So fragmented means not very small plates also, very huge plates. When it is revolving, what happens? This plates also will continuously moving. So when there is a move, during the movement, sometimes, at the times what happens, this one plate will either it will go under the other plate or it goes above the plate. So that time what happens, there is a disturbance in this particular position. So wherever the place there is a disturbance on the earth, no, the crust part, there the earthquake occurs. Okay. So usually the earthquake means it will not be a major. Major means definitely, as I said, no, it will be a lot. There will be a lot of loss. So what happens? So we can here in this they have given what the measurement can be taken. See, there are places, particularly in the border. That is when you consider India, no, the Kashmir, the borders, wherever there is a border, there it is the earth is what is that? The plate is very, very, very. There will be more disturbance regularly in the plates, the movement of the plates. So that place called seismic area. Seismic. So that is the area where the major earthquakes are occurring. Okay, that is the border of Kashmir. Then they have given the central Himalayas, whole of Northeast, Ran of Kutch and Rajasthan, Indo-Gangetic. These are the areas where the plates will be very, they'll be, it will not be very tightly packed also. There'll be a gap and loose it will be. So there's almost always maximum, majorly the disturbance will be occurring between the plates. So that time, there will be a chance of getting earthquakes over there. That place is called seismic area. Okay, this earthquake is measured in so what we have to do when when earthquakes, what can we do is, what the measurement can be taken is, what we have to do usually in cities and all, earthquake occurs very lightly only. A lot small disturbance occurs. For that only we all will be so much threatened. We'll be we would have got so much of fear, no? So what we do is immediately what we are all, if at all we stay in the house, since the roof is very, I mean, it will be constructed with such a thick cement, no? So what happens when the earth quakes, no? Immediately the roof, the building will move and the wall or the roof may fall on us. So what we usually do is we all immediately leave the house and go out, stand outside where there is a open space. We during the earthquake also, no, we are not supposed to stand on the near the tall buildings because it is very tall. So if at all falls means it requires a large area where if at all we stand, no, there is a chance of the building fallen. Of course, see when the earth crust shakes, no, all this the places, that is the buildings, the trees, whatever it is all, it is all, it's stuck on the earth only, right? So when it is shake, immediately there is a chance of these buildings to fall down. So when we stay near to it, definitely it will fall on us. So we immediately what we do, our houses and all, it is very small. So immediately but also we don't want to take the risk, we immediately come out of the house. So when this seismic zone, no, particularly just now I said near the Kashmir and all, this seismic zone people, what they can do is, they have to construct a flooring, flooring or the building with the light metals, so that if it falls also, no, if it falls on them also, no, they should be hurt and the building shouldn't be very tall. This all the safety measurement they have to follow. And if at all we are inside the house, no, if at all we are on the bed, when we feel that earth is shaking, there is an earthquake, immediately we have to take a pillow and cover our face, our head, so that if the roof falls also, no, our head we should be protected. And also if at all we are sitting or we are watching the TV, immediately we have to bend ourselves and sit under a table, dining table or anywhere where else, or else it is better to come out of the house. Okay, these are the safety measurement can be taken. And this earthquake is measured, expressed in terms of magnitude called Richter scale. Richter scale. You would have heard, you know, whenever the earthquake occurs in the TV, they'll be telling as per the Richter scale, the quake was to this level. So this Richter scale, how it is made, they'll measure. See, we have everything. There will be a measurement. As I said, milk liter, the solid particles measured will be kg, and electric current will be measured in volts. Like that, this magnitude of the earth is measured in Richter scale. What is this Richter scale mean? This Richter scale, see, wherever there is one more word I want to tell, tremors. Tremors means it is there in your textbook. You may think, what is this tremors? Tremors is nothing but it is a small shake, not a huge shake. A small shake of the earth is called tremors. Wherever tremors are produced, there will be wherever the tremors, a small shake will be there. The seismic wave around that, the shake, there will be a seismic waves will be produced. Okay. Are you getting, children? If there is a small shake near the earth, wherever we are staying, there immediately a seismic waves will be produced, and these seismic waves will be measured in a record, that is measured as a seismograph. What is this? It's an instrument called seismograph. What is this seismograph is? A pendulum is attached to a stand, okay, and this pendulum is stuck with the pen, okay, and there will be a rolling paper. What happens when there is a tremors? What happens? The seismic waves will be produced, and when the seismic wave will produce, this pendulum start moving, and there will be a small graph on the paper. Looking at this, the measurement, the scientists will find how strong the earthquake occurred. Okay, so this much is the measurement, children, and it's not always the earthquake occurs due to the tremors. It could be due to the volcanic eruption, and also when the meteors, it will be floating in the universe. When a small hit to the earth, there will be shake over that particular place. That is due to that also the earthquake occurs. But major earthquake occurs due to the shake in the crust. Okay, children, that's all in this lesson. So you have to, go through your textbook once again, so you'll understand better. Okay, and children, the notes will be given related to this, to the PDF. Copy it down. Last time and all, you are coming on Monday. So today is Wednesday. It will be sent by today or tomorrow. If not, also if it is not sent, Monday you come and meet us, or else once if the notes are sent, complete your notes and bring it for the correction by next Monday. Okay. Thank you, children.